It's not explosions. How can there be D&D?
Hi, welcome to Whiskey Magic and Destruction as Turja just botches the opening beautifully. Thank you, Turja. No. Hey guys, welcome back. We were all discussing explosions and who really handles explosives in Waterdeep. Is it the Order of Magists and Protectors, or is it, what did you call it, Garlo?
I believe it's the Union, but I believe they're headed by the Great Mage Mikael of the Bay. Always does the explosions the best.
Okay, and thank you to the Tech Goblin for that quick explosion. Where we're at is the party made it out with their hostages, or not their hostages, the hostages that they rescued, and Lesta. And from there, they holed up in the Yawning Portal. While in the Yawning Portal, they decided their course of action was that Turja and Sim were going to go to the temple and let people know that something was up. By the temple, that was the Temple of Ogma to handle Sahir. From there, as they were leaving and coming back, there was a number of different discussions and arguments being had. And a large explosion went off, sending Sim immediately towards the center of the explosion, which happened to be roughly in the same spot where the elven delegation that had come in from the Ardeep Forest was last seen by them as well. When we pick up, we meet at the Yawning Portal, where 6 dudes and lots of booze are sitting inside. Go ahead.
No.
Oh, okay. Can we get a little less scary? There we go. Thank you, Tech Goblin. As always, our Tech Goblin is awesome. So from here, the party at the Yawning Portal is sitting back in the room, door kind of slightly ajar, and just a few minutes ago, Sahir and Luciano came back from where Luciano was kind of watching him while he had to go use the lavatory, and now they're back. Give him a little pinch on the cheek, said thank you, what a sweet young man. Right, Luciano? Yes, all right. He's not saying much. Well, more wine. You got any?
Hey, actually, speaking about wine, Lucy, what the hell are you doing with that decanter?
I didn't take it to the bathroom. I swear. Is it not in here? And I'm looking for it. I need that.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
Just, no, but what? Why'd you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I think. Garlo's just talking to Vale, or talking like you stole it from the temple, right?
Repurposed, maybe?
It's got all those seashells on it.
Yeah, Rafe says it's okay, right, Rafe?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
Woo! Just a good old-fashioned fun. You gotta get in with the cool kids at school, so they say steal a wine decanter from a sacred temple, you do it, it's fun, it's cool, it's school, it's fun. Right?
All right.
Okay.
So, let me get this straight. You stole something of religious importance from a temple.
No. I stole wine.
From a decanter that's magical.
Okay.
Good on you, sir. Pour me a glass.
Thank you.
There
Wait, who
you
is this?
go.
Is this Grey Jim or is this the other one?
Sahir.
Oh. Okay.
The
Thank
one
you,
getting
sir.
drunk is always Sahir.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take free wine.
Is it
That's
sacramental?
Lester.
I was gonna say, is it?
Some.
It's the blood of, I don't know who died in this temple. Who's the Jesus of that religion?
No. Oh, it's just wine.
Yeah.
Oh, Rafe, you're at the temple too. What is, you had business over there. Is everything good?
Are you trying to steal it too?
Are they gonna miss the wine?
Steal,
I mean, it's a lot.
Steal what? No. I had to tell them that. Actually, I forgot what I was doing there. Oh, something about not holding a big party for me.
Wait.
So
why
no,
would the
I don't think they're gonna need all that wine.
Why would the temple hold a party for you?
Because of the old man. My old man.
See, I lean over to Lucy. Is his dad a priest?
Dad. Oh, his dad's a crab.
Oh,
You weren't there. Yeah, dude. Oh shit. Yeah, we met his dad. It was big. He gave me a tattoo, and I show him my cool beer Stein tattoo. I forgot about that. Yeah.
so your dad's a crab. That's cool. Did you?
I mean,
did you inherit?
crab is like the form he was in. I guess technically he's like a god, right, Rafe?
Right. Technically,
Yeah.
like a god. That's a good description.
Technically, yeah. But like he is a crab, or was a crab. Could still be a
At
crab.
the time.
Yeah.
You're a godkin.
That's
Not
a weird
gherkin.
name.
Gherkin. What?
No, a godkin. A godkin. You're one of their shoots.
Aren't we all a child of God? And, you know, isn't that their whole?
I can drink to that, Lucy. Oh, such a good laugh. I haven't had one of those in a while.
I scoot a little further away.
Sure. I mean, I guess so. I've never actually thought to classify it as anything other than, you know, found out who my dad is. It's kind of awkward.
As you say that, a loud explosion is heard somewhere in the distance. It rattles the building a little bit. And oh, that didn't sound good.
Ah, that sounded pretty bad. What are we doing?
Garlo, Lester, keep an eye on him. And Garlo's gonna run out the door just to
who am I
see if
keeping
he
an eye
sees where
on?
the thing. He sees it with their smoke.
Well, you go into the main hall. There's no smoke.
Yeah. No, I run to the door.
You're running downstairs, 4 flights of stairs to the front
Wait,
door.
we have a.
You're in the yawning portal.
No, we're in the yawning portal. Our room there. We have a window facing the alley. Can I pop out my head? Do I see anything smoke raising from? I mean, we have an alley view, but
Not from your view. You do hear very, very distantly what sounds like faint whistles.
this vantage from where we're at in the room. How high is like the roof? Like, where are the top floor? Is it is it reachable to like get to the?
No, not
rooftop?
normally. You're not going to get on the roof in this case.
I got
Um,
a
on the roof,
movable
Carlo?
rod.
Would you like to get up there?
You can climb using the immovable rod, but the juice may not be worth the squeeze.
Okay.
I'll put it that way. It would probably be easier to just break into somebody else's room or use other means to potentially find out what's going on. But
Trying to go up?
if you really want to go on that roof, I will hook you up, my friend.
And Garlo will just be like, I'll go downstairs, take a look, and see what's happening in the street view.
Okay. Do we stay here?
Sure. I'll holler if anything's going on. And Garlo, I mean, I've got a cunning action. I can dash really fast, so
Yeah, you got short little legs, but they move real quick.
they move real quick, real fast.
And with that, we transition immediately over to Turgeon Sim. Sim is already en route, bolting straight through. She runs the 4 or 5 blocks with a very winded Turgid behind. Sim, how many points of exhaustion did you get from a long rest taken down?
Just one. So I'm sitting at 1 level of exhaustion currently.
1. All right. So you're a little slow. It's a little harder to make that run.
Not slow.
I mean, you're not slowed
abilities.
down, but it's like
Yeah.
you're worn down a little bit.
It's combat. She has an adrenaline rush.
It's like I don't have hand-eye coordination. It's more my issue at the moment.
Yeah, but when you're run down, right? So like you get there, you see carnage everywhere. There are burned bodies, there are people screaming, various different members of the watch are attempting to get people directed to where they either need to be or to get out of the way. More whistles are being blown left and right. You see a couple wizards actually literally appear. The gray hand have started to show up in small amounts. As they're attempting to render medical aid, you see a couple clerics and priests immediately start trying to bandage people up and get them squared away. But there are way too many casualties. Standing amongst them, also supporting and helping, are a large contingent of armored elves protecting a few small, less armored elves who are providing magical support. However, they are very, very clearly securing the people that are providing the help, causing a little bit of consternation. But then again, if something just caused a massive explosion and their guards are there, they're not going to be messing around. So spears are out, and they walk around wherever it is the royal or ambassador groups are at to make that happen. That's what you see. What are you going to do?
So there's not like a direct threat obvious. It's that everyone's just recovering, pulling in crisis
Well,
mode.
people are definitely looking around, and you do see the griffins above doing some stuff as the snow starts to pick up again.
I'd like to do a perception check just to see if I can spot any source of sniper shimmer, if you will.
Okay, go for it.
8.
Yep, that exhaustion's a real pain, man.
Sure is,
Maybe
and how?
You should hydrate.
Something.
Don't ability checks happen at disadvantage when you have a level of exhaustion?
That's a skill check, not an ability check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Sorry.
No, you're okay. I've had to learn it once or twice.
Yeah, and me too, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, nothing's appearing, but what you do hear is a voice in your head going, "This time, they got lucky. Next time, at a time and place of my choosing, I'm gonna get all of you." It's Manshoon's voice.
Hearing that, we'll just go right into recovery mode then, and helping out where I can, and pulling people out of rubble, and just trying to help triage.
It came from that rooftop over there. You see some of the elves pointing. You see a couple longbows pointed up as well, constantly scanning the rooftops. Whoever it was, he's gone, but they pointed out the rooftop from which he teleported out of, probably. And it's a 3-story townhome with a shop on the first floor. It's a candle making company.
You're not gonna find him. He already bounced. It's kind of a waste of space.
Thomas
Where's your
Kinraid's candle shop. Yep.
Unfortunate. Tertia, a little help?
I'm sorry, what help with what that's not already being done?
Many hands, light work.
Well, right, if they let us. They might not. We're civilians as far as they're concerned.
Were they stopping Sim at all from helping out?
Nope.
Yeah.
There's so many bodies. All they can do is get the gawkers to move along or start helping. Because like at this point, there's so many that they're not stopping people from helping people. There's not much of a crime scene when it's a magical fireball. Some of the wizards who are there are casting like detect magic and trying to figure out what happened. And, it's evocation magic for certain. Somebody cast fireball at a very high level.
I just go with Sim and I just start helping do whatever she does. Probably like putting the corpses in one pile or dragging the injured to somewhere they can get treatment.
Okay. So as you guys do that, do you have bandages, medical kits, or anything like that on you?
Probably not.
Do you have
no.
cure wounds of
No.
any sort?
I got cure wounds.
That's
right.
part of the reason Tur didn't want to come here, because she'd be utterly useless.
Actually, I'd probably cast would be Healing Spirit.
You have
So
medicine check, right?
it's a little fey golden creature that it can I can move it in different places, and it's just dropping health as it's fluttering around.
As you start casting that, you hear, "That's her." And the guards start to spread open, and you see a much older elf. Very thin crown, elegantly framing her hair, who stops cold from what she's doing. She has a box that is twitching in her hand. It's about this big. And she looks very closely at you. You. What? Deirdre. Deirdre. My little one. Look, her arm. It's got to be her. My queen, are you certain? Summon the watch. I demand an audience immediately. Child. Quiet, human. My child. Do you know your name?
I know it, I just haven't heard it in a while.
Where have you been these 600 years?
Just immediately giggle. 600! 600!
We lost you. We thought it was forever. And then... The magic on the box a year ago twitched. And twitched. And then your uncle swears he saw someone who was the very semblance of me when I was younger. And the box twitched even more. And then it disappeared for a while. And then it's back. And we traced it to here. We've been on the lookout for you ever since. I looked for you for 100 years.
Of the 600?
After that, we just assumed you were dead. There was no way to contact you. We couldn't find you with scrying. There was nothing. Come, we have much to discuss.
Is Turgeon noticing this? Because she's going to object.
Oh, everybody sees it. Everybody's seeing it right there.
I walk up and I put my hand on my rapier and I say, "Excuse me.
Shut up or we'll have your head put on a platter. This is the queen of our deep forest you're talking to. Hands off your weapon."
I take my hands off my weapon and I curtsy and I say, "Excuse me, but where are you taking her exactly?"
With us. First to the embassy, and then we'll see from there.
You can't just take her off. She's here. She belongs with us.
Deirdre.
I've been dead for 500 years. What's a few more weeks?
An eternity.
You're telling me.
For a mother. We must know. We've searched for you, your brother. I see your face. We do have much to discuss. peace.
I look at Simmering and I say, "Do you want to go with them?"
I haven't had a mother in a very, very long time.
Is she your mother? Do you know?
No, I don't.
She is definitely my child.
I'm going to turn my back and go back to helping people.
Help everyone here until she's done. Protect her. And the queen also begins to help people. Within a few more minutes, clerics arrive, priests arrive, people are being bandaged, taken to medicinal places for the minor injuries, taken to priestly areas for major ones. Families are in tow. News reporters are asking questions all over the place for the broadsheets. And for that, we switch back to the 6 men. We've just realized an explosion has occurred. As Garlo gets to the bottom floor, he sees 3 or 4 wizards pulling up, scrying in the area. Some of them are looking through what looks like an obvious porthole with their eye pushed really close up to it. Appears someone has unleashed, it looks like a fireball into the area of the North Ward. Oh, yes. I see the same. It looks like at least 50 people are injured, but is that the Elven delegation? Yes. My goodness. Oh, there's the wizards. They're appearing now.
Right. What buildings are they nearby?
It's about 2 blocks south of Troll Skull Alley. Maybe 3, maybe 4, give or take. Right off the main drag there.
I have no idea if Garlo Garlo probably knows Troll Skull Alley, right? That seems like a seedy part of town.
Well, Troll Skull Alley is the same alley that the Happy Axebeak is on.
Yep. Then Garlo's gonna just, thanks, mate, and books it back upstairs to yell. Actually, I think our psychic chat is still going on. Us who are still here. I said, just a bunch of the siren, the red flashing lights pop up in the group chat of just like, there's an explosion nearby the Axebeak. They let off a bunch. They said there are a bunch of people hurt. Do we want to go?
Wait, I mean, am I in this chat? I don't know. I can't remember if I was in it.
Yep, you were in it, and Rafe and I used it earlier. So Sim and Turja aren't, but the rest of us are.
I suppose we should.
About
just to be certain that our business interests were not affected.
I can go.
okay. Do you need us or?
I mean, up to you. Do you guys want to come, or do you want to stay? Do you want to just trust Lester? What do you want to do? I want to go.
Lester, you got this?
Sure.
I'm fully. I'm so secure in Lester's capabilities.
I'll watch him. Oh, you wouldn't be leaving me alone now, would you there, folks?
No, Lester's gonna be here.
Don't leave me alone. I mean, like, he's not, obviously the power player here. It's you guys.
You watch him. He watches you. You watch each other.
Garlo's running. He's going to get a carriage. He's going to just flag down a cart and just fucking put him in the back of the carriage. Let's go.
Well, I mean, I
Let's
guess
go.
that's that. We'll just stay in the room here. We'll be all right.
No, we're moving.
No worries.
We're moving.
We're moving. All of it? All right. We're all moving. And everyone goes downstairs. It's a very, very disheveled mess. You get down to the bottom. You get a personal coach, or you get a... you're getting the personal coach. Okay. So you call a personal coach. Yes, sir. Where are you going?
Heading towards Troll Skull Alley. Heading to the Axebeak, where the explosion happened.
Oh. Adventurers. Always moving toward the sound of explosions.
Oh, mate.
All right, load up.
Pushing.
I assume you want to get there quickly.
Yes.
All right, and they are on their way.
Garlo's not even in the carriage. He is up next to the coachman. He is
No,
on.
very uncomfortable, but strangely, I can move my arm right over your head. It's completely functional. Here we go. And he goes. Yeah. All right. The horses make good speed, and as you arrive on the scene, you see Sim and a whole contingent of elven guards protecting her and her mother and eyeballing Turja very, very fiercely. Broadsheets are gathering interviews with people on the scene. You have people literally, one of them literally is talking, and a magical quill and scroll are writing everything down that's being spoken and said, drawing pictures at a time. And finally, most importantly, as you arrive, you see, hold on one moment, let me pull the book. I don't want to mess this up. No, this one. One second. I have to make sure I name the person correctly. A brief flash, boom, boom, and the air poofs. And standing before you is the Open Lord of Waterdeep and two guards. Wearing flowing white and gold trimmed, but with red accents. A very flowy gown. Her hair silver, done up in a number of different braids held together. She stands there, open hands. I was summoned at once. Queen, are you okay, my lady? Yes, luckily we sensed something and had shields up before it even happened. We couldn't save everyone, but we're doing the best we can, and we found what we're looking for. And she looks right at you. And Laryl looks right at her. Looks at the queen. Looks at you. I see her features in your face, my lady. That's my daughter. She looks right at you, Laryl Silverhand. By the grace of the gods, you've been found and reunited. Do you go willingly? For the sake of the city, I would ask that you do at least meet with her. You are a free person here.
I am found. That should cause all those silly headlines to go away. I will meet you at my own whim.
You see the queen stand upright. She looks visibly hurt. Very well.
I think it goes without saying, Sim also has a lot of hurt. Kind of tears brimming just right on the edge of the eyes, but very resolute in decision.
You may come to the embassy of Ardeep at any time. You are always welcome in their doors. Please, don't keep me waiting any longer than I have to be.
Keep you waiting. Snaps. Keep you waiting. You who lost your child? Waiting.
Yes.
I'll be sure to take care of those needs as soon as possible.
I can't take care of your needs until you willingly let me.
You couldn't take care of my needs for the last 600 years? Excuse me, we'll even go ahead. You stopped caring about my needs 100 years, 500 years ago. I'm not sure if that's your responsibility anymore.
You're an adult now. But I don't think you understand. We thought you were dead. We're so glad you're alive. I wish your father could have been here to see it.
I don't remember him. Probably because I've been gone. Forgotten. Abandoned.
Never.
Abandoned. Queen.
I think the full story will come out when you come to the embassy. We will not make a show of this in front of the people. She straightens up. Gives a nod, and the guards fall in, and they begin to march off. The Open Lord says to you guys, well, unfortunately, I know who all of you are.
Georgia flinches when she hears that.
And who
Carter
you
waves.
really are, as she looks at Turja. But I don't know any of you. What I do know is we have a mutual enemy. Actually, mutual enemies at this point. And I would be very loath to have you not helping protect the city. You are not allowed to go starting fights in the city. Are we clear?
I have no intention of starting any fights in this city, my lady, I assure you.
I never intend to be involved in a fight.
That being
Well,
said, sometimes trouble does seem to come looking for us.
I would change my statement. I definitely intend sometimes.
I would advise you to go seek out the Black Staff and her less than savory methods. I want to hear nothing of it, and I want to know nothing of it.
Less than savory. That sounds really odd.
Isn't that a tad hypocritical, my lady?
If only you knew. And with that, we're going to take a short 10-minute break while we deal with a quick technical issue. And when we come back, we're going to find out what happens next.
so we know what we're not doing.
Hey! Shh. We're not having the screens freeze anymore.
Fingers crossed.
The DM says, and 10 seconds in, we're going to have the screens freeze again. So we had typical computer issues, but we used Windows methodology and turned it off and turned it back on again. Just like magic, it fixes everything. So,
Are all IT professionals.
it absolutely is step one. So now that we're back, you guys were standing around. Can I get that out background music again, please? You've wrapped up most of the bandaging. The Open Lord, you had your incident. You watch the Queen and her entourage moving down the street. But just as importantly, the Open Lord says, well, just don't cause a war, please. I have faith in you. You've gotten this far. And if any more run-ins with the perpetrator, if you will, make sure you keep me informed. Best of luck. We know he's here now. Thanks to you. Poof. There's a loud vacuuming pop as she disappears.
Garlo leans over to Lucy. Who was that?
I don't know.
How long have the two of you been in Waterdeep?
When we met, Garlo had just been here for about 2 or 3 months.
A while. How old is he?
Apparently, Luciano's been drunk all of his life in Waterdeep.
He's not caring about
the Open Lord is a pretty well-known face, but I mean, maybe you don't know. And then in Garlo's case, it may not have really. I mean, he was working the docks a lot. He was kind of busy, so.
That question was more for Luciano than Garlo.
I was
admittedly.
busy. I had things going on. Irons in the fire. Okay.
We were all
At this
busy.
moment, I assume Luciano pulls out the decanter and takes a huge swig.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the second everything kind of like is settling down, Garlo will reestablish a network between us. Spend another die. Let me mark that on Shard Tabletop. Thank you, Shard. And yeah, is everything all right? Just sending it to Sim.
I don't think you're gonna get a response, but start like visibly shaking before just squatting down,
The snow falling.
holding knees, and immediately racked with sobs.
I kneel down next to her and give her a hug.
Excuse me. Winter Sun broadsheet. I'd like to
going
get
up to
some
her?
information from all of you. What
Is
did
he
you
going
see?
up to her?
I glare at him and I say in like my iciest noble voice, "Get out."
I pull him aside. I'll talk to him. Over here.
Yes. What did you see?
I saw a person poof here and then poof away. Did you see that? It's crazy, right?
That was
I know.
Open Lord of Waterdeep. What did they say to you?
Yeah, that's big news, right?
Yes, what
I
did
know.
she say to you?
She said that she, I think, wants to talk to us. And so any further comment, I think, will have to come at a later date, as we have not yet talked to the Open Lord about what we can and can't say. So, I'm sorry, but
What group are you with?
yeah. So if you just want to go that way, we are actually trying to make sure everything here is safe. I don't know if you've seen, there's a fireball that went off here, and another one could go off any second, so you really should go.
And while he's doing that, what are you doing, Sim?
Crying. Ugly, snotty, disgusting crying. Hiccuping and leaning a bit into Terja's touch, just seeming to unable to act together.
I am at this point going to pull yet another of the cloaks out of the bag of holding and just put it over Terja and Sim. and then glare menacingly at anybody who tries to approach them.
Garlo is gonna hop back onto the carriage and look at Grey Jim. Be like, "Oh, mate, you're with me. Hop on out."
You
So
want me
here
to get
sit.
out the place where the bad guy just threw a fireball?
Don't worry, we're getting you somewhere quick.
Okay, this doesn't seem right.
Am I getting out too? What about me? Am I getting out or am I staying in this thing too?
So here, you sit tight.
Uh,
Lester, we're gonna need the spot. You head back to the portal on foot. And then yep. Garlo's just gonna open the door.
So I'm going back to the portal.
Yeah, we're all going
right.
back, but we're gonna need the spot.
Right, okay, I'm out. I'm hoofing it there.
Yep.
Best of luck. See you there. And he takes off.
Yep. I'm gonna get.
So here, staying in.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Grey Gem.
All right,
then
I'm coming out. I'm coming out.
Okay, so Great Jim and gets out with you. And where are you taking him?
I'm gonna in the chat reach out to Wraith and just be like, "You wanna take Sim and Turja back? We'll drop him off, and then me and Lucy will just head back after we're done."
Yeah, as soon as I can get them moving.
All right, Courage is here. And then, yeah, another one to, like, Lucy. It just, like, essentially the hand motion of, like, wrap it up is in the psychic chat. And then, yeah, I have Grey Gem in the carriage. He was changing into his chef costume. And so we are heading into the bar of the Axebeak.
He looks, by the way, very ridiculous. Floppy
Yep.
hat.
Full
like
Swedish
stuff,
chef.
Stuff almost kind of too big on him. He's like,
This is ridiculous. I love it. I could get used to this. It's kind of warm.
Mm-hmm. Layers.
Yeah. All right.
and you guys get to the Happy Axebeak. Are you going in the WMD entrance for West Mercantile Diversified, or are you going in the Happy Axebeak?
We're going in the back. We're going to the beak.
Okay, so you guys go up the stairs, you go in. It's got some warm music playing. A light fire and warmth is around in this cold wintry day. It's a light crowd. The pre-lunch crowd is really there. And
Yeah, I am, because we're just sitting in, and then I'll wait for Lucy, and then just be, get us a table, get us a round, and then, Garlo, as he sips it, is going to, reach out, he's gonna break connection, with the group, and use another psionic die, and he's gonna reach out, here in West Mercantile for either Terry, Gherkin, or Ren. Just because we're within a mile of WMD.
what's your priority? Well, you're within, like, you're underneath WMD. So,
Exactly.
yeah. So what's your priority in order?
Probably
Terry,
Gherkin first,
okay.
just because he's the man in the know. And then
Oh! What?
Gherkin.
Garlo?
This is the ghost of Garlo. You done me dirty, Gherkin. I've come for your soul.
Garlo. When did you do this?
There's a recent update. Listen, we're downstairs. We have a man we need. I don't know if you got the note that Sim and Turja delivered.
I did.
There's
It was very cryptic. I'm trying to understand why Sim wrote it in the way she did, but, you know, it also had booze all over it. I'm not sure what that was all about.
But we have the certain VIP with us here. Some things have rushed really fast. The Open Lord was involved, but we need. His name is Grey Gem. He's a very talented artificer, but he is wanted by Manchun and is in need of some hiding.
Let me get this straight. You found the missing priest that I read about in the news a while back, and Manchun is here.
He's the one starting lights outside your door over here.
And
like the hustle
you
and bustle.
are now under the eye of the Open Lord of Waterdeep.
I look at Lucy. I'm like, that's who it was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Open Lord spotted us.
Shit. Leave him
They don't-
there. Get out. Don't come back for a while.
Will do.
The last thing we want is eyes on this place.
Well, I mean, they did blow up the block in front of you, so I think we're just here for settling our nerves. But we'll
Right.
do.
Right. And next time you come in, by the way, please bring me some cosmetics, if you will. I need them for some things.
Sure.
Uh,
I will. Yep. I'll make a task in the group chat for Lucy to
yes,
buy
full
makeup.
list. Yes, yes. Have
What's your
Luciano
brand?
pick it out. He's good. Anything from Grey Castles or Auroras will work, but the Auroras is the preferred. Please, just for the everyman, you know. You know.
So then, yeah, Garlo will be like, all right, I'll stop by. I can do this from a pretty far ways away, so I'll just touch base. We're hunkering down over at the portal for a while, so if anything happens, leave us a note, or we'll stop back by.
All right, best of luck.
All right. And I'll just turn to Grey Gem, be like, all right, we're going to finish our pints here. You're going to order a little bit of food, and then we have a friend who's going to take care of you.
Right. Okay. I'm not really getting warm and fuzzy about this at all. Just so you know.
Do you not have enough layers? Do you need something?
Hey, let Grey Gem know that after a couple of days, someone will inform the temple that he passed away.
Oh, good news! You're dead. It sounds like.
Yeah, Garlo was
You're gonna
sitting
kill
on
me?
that.
He says loudly in the place, and like a bunch of people just look over.
And I'm just like, what a weirdo. Like I just give like the most like confused. Okay, crazy person.
Why would you say that to me?
Lucy gives the Jim in the office look to the camera. Just, yeah. How about we keep our voices down? Obviously, we're trying to be incognitus here.
Well, I mean, saying I'm dead is like saying you're gonna kill me. I mean, you know how many times that I was told I'm a dead man, and I was in that place?
And we got you out. Great, Jim.
100.
Gnome to
Oh,
gnome.
yeah, we got you out. Sorry.
Yeah, and you just told me I'm dead.
We're gonna do a little bit of espionage around. Gonna try to throw the dust on your trail. Gonna try to maybe play dead for a while you hang out here, safe house style.
Oh. Got it.
Big wink.
You hang out here. We're gonna finish these points, maybe get another point, and then we're gonna mosey out. We're gonna head back to the portal. We'll be back to check on you in a while.
So who's the person that's gonna come get me?
All right. Garlo looks over at Lucy. It's like, you can disguise yourself, right? Can you make yourself look like Gherkin?
And immediately, boom, Gherkin's outfit, not skin tone.
Oh.
Well, no, I can do skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
Heighter. Oh, no, I can do height. Yeah.
Just like all of a sudden it's like Gherkin, but it's just like the photo touched up version of Gherkin. Just like much more handsome.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
No problem. I'll be, yeah. So I'm gonna lay low for a while, and then eventually, you guys are gonna ice me and shoot, and then I'm gonna be free, right?
Something like that. Right now, we're gonna get you safe.
Okay.
You got this, buddy. Pat him
Yeah.
on the back.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Best of luck to y'all.
Yeah, and we'll just stay and finish our drinks while the others kind of do their thing. We're just, really playing it nonchalant, maybe break out
So
a
while
deck
you
of
do
cards.
that, Turja, Sim, and Rafe, what are you guys doing?
Where is Sahir at this moment?
He's in the coach.
Okay, and the coach is near us.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
So after a little bit of letting Persia comfort Sim, Rafe is going to I'm going to pull off my bag of holding and hand it to Turja and say, hold on to that.
I take it while still keeping an armor on Sim.
And then I'm going to kneel down and then try and pick up Simrain. But I'm pretty sure I've never attempted to pick up fully armed and armored Simrain before. So this is going to be very awkward.
All right, pointlessly tall Rafe. What is your strength?
My strength is 10, and without that bag, I am unencumbered.
All right.
Sim's not helping at all. For the record, it is Spider Monkey clinging on. It's not helpful.
Yeah.
Make a
No.
strength check.
All
You
right.
know Rafe is just lifting with his back, right? It's probably no legs at all, just complete hinge.
He's beanpole lifting that.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
However,
not
he
that
is
bad.
successful and does pick her up. It is awkward, and he's slipping a little bit on the snowy, starting icy cobblestones.
And then we are going to get ourselves into the carriage as discreetly as possible for a pointlessly tall guy
It is the
struggling
most
to carry a woman.
comedic entry into, you know, like, because you're trying to get her in, and she's got all her stuff on, and it's like banging into the door, and you're doing this, and she's just sobbing still. I mean, snot on your robes and everything, and you finally get her in there, and Turja's standing there holding the bag, going, "You could have helped," you know, or however it is Turja does that.
First of all, we know that Terja can't help when it comes to strength checks.
This is true.
True story.
Alas.
True story.
Holding the bag was the most helpful she was going to be, and it
Okay.
was helpful.
Do you jump in right after you get her in?
Yes.
No, I'm talking to Ray.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'll slide in with her.
All right. So then Turja jumps in. You close the door. Coach goes, I don't know where we're going.
Back to the yawning portal, Goodman.
The yawning portal. All right. And he moves on off, and you guys clop back to the yawning portal.
I
Did
lean
you-
over and I ask Rafe, "Why are we going back to the portal? What do we need there?"
We're gonna wait for Garlo and Luciano there. We can actually, you know what? Actually, no. We can go back to the Temple of Ogma. Do you want to go there?
Yes.
Okay. Goodman, an adjustment to the Temple of Ogma, please.
Sure. Joe Money. He boom, boom, boom. Adjusts his thing, and in about 15 minutes, because of how close you were already, and because you are on
They're
a
not
personal
in our
coach, not a
chat,
Dre.
right?
Nope, they're
Yeah,
not
we're
in
all
your
in
chat at
chat.
all. No, you're not, because he broke that chat to get you
Oh.
to that. So you guys are now heading off to the temple. All right, to the temple you go. 15 minutes later, you arrive at the temple, and in that 15 minutes, that would be enough time for Garlo and Luciano to break contact and move away themselves. As you step out of the coach into the front steps of the Temple of Ogma, the snow has been swept mostly from the stairs as it continues to fall and the wind blows its gusts. Cimarine, are you still snot crying, or are you just...
I think the shenanigans to get me into the carriage was enough to like just laugh a bit, and then it got mixed with the crying. But once it settled inside the carriage, it's the shaking, it's a little bit of the hiccupy, but it's far more collected than it was previously.
Feel free to throw that in as you talk today.
I'll do my
I
best.
can't wait. I can't wait. As you step out to the familiar front steps, it's around high sun. You can't help but feel the biting cold on your face. Oh, Turja. Thankfully you're here. Oh, goodness gracious. Would you mind taking my arm and walking me in, dear?
Not at all. And I take his arm and I assume we start heading toward his office.
Oh, you're starting to head up the steps to go to the front door.
Okay.
As she's doing that, I will lean in and pay the carriage driver.
Thank you, sir. Wait for you, or just move along?
Here's an additional silver piece. Wait for us for 20 minutes, and if we're not out, you can leave.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. And you guys start to walk in. Oh, Turja, I can't say how much I appreciate that you saved me from probably certain death at some point.
I'm so sorry we couldn't come sooner. By the time I learned that you'd been taken, I wasn't in Waterdeep, and it took some time to get back.
Absolutely. Please help me get up the stairs here. Thank you. Oh, these old bones. Your friends gave me lots of good drink, I tell you that.
I
You
sort of
continue.
roll my eyes and I say, well, at least I know you're back to normal.
Hey, speaking of back to normal, do you have my book?
Uh, what do you mean?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Strange. Very strange indeed. It
Do you mean
doesn't.
your journal?
Yes.
I don't have it, am I supposed to?
Mm.
See here, what happened? Did Menshun take it?
You know, Turja, we've been around each other a long time, and, lies and deceit are not really something I tolerate much from people I care about.
Well, turnabout is
And,
fair play.
and in the doors you go. You're greeted immediately by several acolytes, one of whom turns to go to get the high priest. No, 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 no extra fanfare. No extra fanfare. Oh my goodness.
I think you should see the high priest, Sahir. I think he should know you're back.
Oh, I'm sure he'll know.
Well, no, he knows, but I think he should see you personally. I think you should go to see him personally.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Right.
And we'll wait for him right here. You wouldn't leave me behind, would you?
Of course not.
Great. Where's my book?
Sahir, I don't have it.
Tell me you didn't lose it, dear. Ah.
I can't lose what I never had.
Hmm. Strange. Oh well. Hey, you two, buck up. You've got a lot going on. I know it's hard, but love's important. There are people who'd give their soul for love. You know?
That seems rather pointless. Then you would just be separated in death.
Well, anyway. Turja, can you mind walking me to that chair there?
It's not.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. And a few moments later, the acolytes arrive with the high priest in tow. You see him immediately get back up. Oh, Lord High Priest and Cleric, it's good to see you. So you are alive, thankfully. Yes, thankfully, thanks to Turja and all of her friends. They were so kind and helpful.
I couldn't have done it without them.
I couldn't ask for a better friend, Turja. Anyway, well, you guys better be off. High Priest, we have a lot to talk about.
I have something I need to ask you first, privately.
He looks at the High Priest.
Terja,
With your permission, High Priest? Of course, of
we're
course.
going to be outside with the carriage, if that's okay.
That's fine, Rafe, thank you.
I'll have my acolyte standing by. Yes. Turja, where would you like to talk privately?
In your office?
Sure, certainly. And you guys walked, the few halls down and get through the library into the office that's in one of the library areas. Looks like somebody's been in here.
Probably Menshun.
My memory's a little off.
But perhaps it was the other priests trying to find you. Some trace of you.
Maybe. What did you want to talk to me about?
Who are the Harpers to you?
was bound to happen sometime. They're a very private organization that tries to do good in the world. We have contacts all over the place. Most of the time, we actually do some good. But everyone's independent, including me. Why? Did you become one?
No. When I was looking for you, I found clues that indicated that pin you wear belonged to the Harpers, which made me wonder if you were one. And if so, why you spent all those years never mentioning it to me. Speaking of deception and lies.
Well, I wasn't deceiving you. I didn't lie about it, but you never asked me, and frankly, it's not something you do speak about publicly. You don't lead with it. But I may no longer decide to do anything with them, but I appreciate that you mentioned it.
Because of Manchun took you.
We may need every friendly help we can get, not because of the Manchun, but because of the thing that scares Manchun even more.
What is it?
It's who is it?
Very well. Who is it?
I think you know very well who it is.
See here.
Balthazar Mortis. The avatar of Merkel himself. Best of luck. You're gonna need it, child. All right, now I've got a meeting with the High Priest, and I wish you luck.
Just be careful. You're already taken from this place once. I don't like leaving you here, but I'm not sure how much to... Be careful.
I can assure you, no one's taking me out of here this time.
How do you know?
I'm ready now.
All right, well, send a message to the Happy Axe Speak if you need me. I'll come see you before I leave Waterdeep, I promise.
I'm so looking forward to it. Send a message to me if you need anything as well.
Of course.
And keep an eye on your friend Luciano. I like him.
I must have shared his wine with you.
Yeah, he did. And with that, he says, shall we? Oh, I need my key back, please.
I toss it to him.
Thank you. And he locks the door. He walks out back to the front. Conversation is over, please. My friends, bring me up to the High Priest. Good luck, Turja! And he walks away. With the acolytes in tow, down another long major hallway. With that, we go to Luciano and Brandon. You guys have ditched him. You've stepped out the front stairs. Where are you going?
We're just gonna take a walk. We're just gonna head back to the portal, but just on foot. We've got nowhere to be. We're just being nonchalant, passing through.
Okay.
As we get going, I just turn to Lucy, say, "What do you think all that was about with Sim? You think she's okay?"
I definitely don't think she's okay. Wish I had the faintest idea of what was the triggering event. We only saw the aftermath. We didn't see any of the revelation of the parentage, right?
No.
We just saw the elves just kind of up and leave.
No,
maybe...
you saw everything that was spoken as you got there. You may not understand everything.
Mm-hmm.
but there is definitely something going on there, but you're not entirely sure what. It's not your normal thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely never seen her that shaken.
It's been, yeah, that was not a side of Sim that I'm used to seeing. I feel like we shouldn't press, but I'm very curious. I want her to be okay.
Me too, but the weight of that, it might be a minute before she's okay. I think she made plans to meet. Maybe we'll get more by then.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
just
mean,
some time.
Hello, lads. Step into the alley. Guy standing there with a knife.
You know what? None of this, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
come now. You look like you got some nice fat wallets right there. So why don't we just make this quick? Turn them over. I'll let you be on your way.
you want to make? I looked at Garlo. He wants to make it quick, Garlo.
He really does, doesn't he, Luce?
Come on now. It's cold and I need some hot food. Let's go. Turn them over.
Garlo looks at him, and this, like...
Something's not right with you.
Garlo looks at Lucy and says, "You give him 5 gold."
Okay. Say so. I'll go into my pouch.
5 gold. Well, gentlemen, here's my dagger. You have a nice day.
Hey, don't fuck about, mate. Things ain't safe out here.
Is he wearing shoes with laces?
He is wearing shoes. They're tattered. Holy. It's cold and in the middle of the day. And this
I just want to know if I could
hold
flavor unruly item to tie his shoes together.
You sure
As
can.
we-
Yeah. All right.
I'd like that as we walk away.
But he looks at you, Garlo, before he tries to move anything. You know what, mate? I think I'm going to take your advice. And he turns to go and... Mother!
Hey, you should check that before you start walking, you know?
Oh,
Icy out here.
thanks for the 5 gold.
Yeah, as we're walking away, I just turned to Lucy. You do that?
What?
Did you do that? We haven't had... I mean, I've loved being back with you during all this fighting in towers and whatnot, but, I mean, we haven't had a moment since I've come back. How are you?
I know. I'm a little shaken, to be honest. I did not expect to be back here. I'm so happy that I'm back now that you're here. To be honest, I was a little shaken up, after you, and I'm like, similar to before.
The word, indisposed was thrown around.
You became indisposed. I went back to school and or went to school, not back to. I never went. So it was actually kind of fun. It was really cool. I was only there for a couple weeks, but it was good. And then one thing led to another. Ran into Rafe. Ran into a portal. Portal brought me here to you. And oh my God, it's just been a very busy and strange few days. Not at all what I was.
Both of you stop briefly for a moment as you realize right on your left on the sidewalk, glass. And in that glass, you see toys and pranks. It's a toys and prank shop and it's wide open. Mundane, arcane, toys and pranks.
Should we check to make sure nobody's hurt inside, Garlo?
I mean,
And from there, we take a short break and bump right over to Turja, Sim, and Rafe, because we know what's probably going to follow with Luciano and Brandon. You guys come back out to the coach, I'm presuming?
Yep.
Yep. Well, 3 minutes to spare.
Yeah, our companion should be out shortly, and then we are off to the yawning portal now.
A few minutes later, your companion does indeed come out. Turge is there. Yawning portal it is! And they begin clopping off. Anything you want to talk to each other about on the way in?
Does Sim look like she's in any shape to say anything at all to anyone?
There's not a whole lot of light behind the eyes, but she seems like she's breathing just fine now.
Simmarine, do you want to talk about it at all?
I don't know what there's to say at the moment. But thank you, both of you. Sorry. It's I feel good, but sorry.
Family's all we have. You don't need to be sorry because you found yours.
Well, I think you were due a little bit of a cry.
Yeah, that sucked. I didn't like it. And family's blood, but then there's like other family. I don't know. It's all complicated.
Well, are you ready to talk to anyone about what happened to you?
I'll talk about it when we're all together, just so that way I don't have to share details more than once.
Then it's a start. When you go to the embassy, you can tell them I'm still sorting things out, and it will be true.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Might be a tomorrow morning thing, though.
I really don't think we should go anywhere, except maybe the yawning portal today, and probably tomorrow, and maybe the day after. I really, really did not enjoy having the attention of the open lord.
She said we should go to the Blackstaff before you got there.
Maybe. I mean, it was always an option, but it was I'm sure you felt it. Being around the Blackstaff makes magic feel weird.
I can't speak to that. I've never been around her, but when the Open Lord says it to a citizen of Waterdeep, it's not a request.
Fair enough, I guess. Tomorrow? The day after tomorrow? How fast do you want to make that appointment?
Tomorrow. I think tomorrow's soon enough.
Okay.
And with that, you guys are almost there, and you step out of the coach. Just a few feet from the front door. The snow crunches beneath your boots, and you make yourself into the warmth of the yawning portal. And with that, we switch back to Luciano and Garlo. It looks bright. There's a wood door with glass in it, and there is racks upon racks of all sorts of stuff.
I think this is a good opportunity, and we're just gonna like look through. Obviously, joy buzzers, whoopee cushions.
Oh, there's joy buzzers right next to hand of shock and grasp buzzers.
Yep.
There's itching powder, sneezing powder.
I think there's definitely a form of like can of holding peanuts, where it's just like they open it up, and instead of just like 6 snakes, it's like 60. Like it just continues to come out.
Yep.
Essentially a small firearm.
Yeah.
But as we're going through and looking at them, I think there's just this like relaxed nature between Lucy and Garlo, and like this, hey, we haven't gotten to do this shit in a long time since Garlo passed. And so then Garlo's just like, I've really missed being able to do this stuff with you, Luce. This is, I'm still having trouble putting together everything, but I missed this feeling.
He like is going through it and he looks up and he's like, Carlo, it honestly felt it was just a vacuum filled. You're wrong, Vale was great, but missed it. And immediately just like shocked by a grass. I grabbed it wrong. Oh god. A question for you, Garlo.
Sure, fire away.
Was it?
Garlo's wearing fantasy Groucho Marx eyeglasses, where like the eyebrow is like continuously moving around his head.
I was gonna say I have the springy ones, the ball eyeballs. So if it's okay, and this is like the complete wrong setting to ask. What do you remember what it was like over on the other side?
More feelings, if I'm being honest. It's more the, like impressions, if you understand. It's, when I passed, it was I didn't quite have all my faculties to rely on because of the way in which I passed, so it took a while to come back, but, Sim actually had something of mine, and there's and like in the psychic network, all of a sudden it's just like there's this connection that souls form through love, and there's something that ties beyond the physical into the spiritual, and it really helped me anchor. She kept something of mine close, and but I could also feel all of you impressions of things that happened, things that anguish, but also joy, feelings of pain, but there's parts of it that I don't fully remember, but I think it'll come back in time. But the other part of me kind of hopes it's something I don't have to remember for a long time.
I've just been...
Hello. Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but we have lovely things here. Have you found everything you like?
I believe so. And Garlo has essentially a like rubber chicken that is like animates itself when you like squeeze it a little bit too hard, and then it just starts like essentially screaming as it runs around, like one of those alarm clocks that you have to like chase to put back on the station.
Right. I love it. It's one of our hot sellers. Have you seen our Wand of Smiles? We also have this one that turns into a flower.
That's very interesting. Very novel.
Yes.
Wand of Smiles, you said? Is it just like
yes.
Is it actual magic, or is it like?
No, it's a magical wand. I mean, it's 25 gold, but it's real.
Sold.
Okay, I'll wrap that up for you.
I was just
Thank
like,
you.
I mean, we could have tried. In the psychic chat, he's like, I mean, you could have tested it and see if it worked.
Yeah. Lucy's just like, God.
There's we also have oil of slipperiness. We've got marbles, glass beads. We've got steel ball bearings. The whole mix. Yes.
That seems pretty fun.
Oh,
Well,
my
you
favorite.
should probably.
Dust and disappearance.
You have something that fixes windows? Priority.
I mean, there's a wand of prestidigitation.
How much is that?
25 gold.
I'll look Lucy, but it's just like the equivalent of a like Mr. Universe contestant trying to give googly eyes. Like,
like immediately fish out another 25.
Oh, I didn't know you two were together. Well, we have all sorts of other things for couples too. The oil of slipperiness works so many different ways. But you know, it's also valuable for other things too. But yes, I mean, anyway, whatever you want. Yes.
all right, we'll peruse a little bit more. Buy a couple. Yeah. Cool. Garlo, essentially full-on kid who got to go to the Disney store.
Oh, yeah.
Is just like, as we're walking out with it, has the wand, and it's just essentially like making every person that they walk by, if they're drinking something, making it taste like chicken broth.
Before you go, did you want these fake daggers and fake blood? That's always a big hit.
The real daggers work just fine, and real blood.
Oh,
Garlo
my
just
goodness.
Garlo waves, and then like summons his spectral dagger. He's like, "Got a covered, mate." And then pulls it away.
Oh dear, adventurers. Oh, they always scare the shit out of me. Yes, and here's your packages. Thank you very much.
We've got just some gifts. We've got souvenirs.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And you're back on the streets with a wand of smiles and a wand of prestidigitation. What could possibly go wrong with this?
As we're walking back, you're prestidigitating cups of soup or drinks, and I'm just making people smile.
Oh, good day. Yeah. I can't. It's cold, and my face is shut. Oh.
So freeze like that. I'm gonna keep doing that, but I'm gonna talk to Garlo and just like very.
You run out of
Tension.
charges. It does it 3 times a day.
That's fine. But as attention is kind of focused elsewhere, it makes it kind of easier to talk. He Luciano, you ever thought about what happens if die and you didn't have a soul?
What do you mean?
I figured that's what tethered you back, right? Was even though your body was gone, you still had your soul.
I guess something
Kind of.
similar to that. And then, like, as he does it, like, you see that just, like, arcane soul energy just kind of, like, gathers around into his hands and then, like, dissipates again.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that.
And Lucy's very like at this point it's run out of charges. He's kind of like hands in his pockets, very like hunched. I don't know. I've just got a lot to think about right now. I don't know.
Does this? I don't want to presume anything, but does this have anything to do with what happened in that temple? The obsidian temple?
Yeah. I guess you figured out, I have some new tricks.
I see. It's impressive. I'm not judging Lucy. I mean, I've done things I'm not proud of, when I didn't see any other way. That's not saying I'm not trying to judge, but I've heard a few things from Sim and from Tarja, but I'd love to hear from you. So.
Yeah, so I signed a deal with the devil. A lot, it was fast, and I made a decision in order to come back, and I was down, I was hurt, everybody was hurt, and I felt that it was necessary in order to get back in the fight and make sure y'all left together. Okay, between that and the whole bite, and I kind of, gesture towards where I was bit. It's like it's just a phantom pain. Been a lot that's gone on and in a bit of a contention. I don't know the best way to deal with it at the moment. Still so far it's manageable, and it's been helpful. What makes it a hard thing to deal with.
Is it something you're wanting to continue to deal with?
Like I said, the power has been helpful. I don't know. I've so many new abilities that can help us and keep us going and alive and in fights and standing. But at the cost of certain requirements that must be met. Or other requirements that must be met in order to avoid the first. I don't know if you heard. Was Garlo around when the paladin started following us?
Yes.
Nope, I never made it to the island.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, no. Yeah, not the island. Yeah.
Was a paladin, kind of a dick. Not gonna mince words. He pursued us quite a ways with the sole intention of killing me. Possibly Vale too. We tried to get him to stop. We, found ways to get him off our backs for a little bit, but he was distant. And in a moment of, I don't want to say weakness, there was a choice, but deal was offered that souls for my soul. If I provided souls, I could get out of the deal. First, an original pact that I signed, and so I killed him, and he's like getting like just remembering the fallout from that. It's like very hard. That was a hard moment. It really, I think, was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, rift in our group. A lot of things were said and a lot of stuff happened. I would hope we can ask, but it eye-opening. Starting to feel damned if you do.
The sun is starting to go down as you say that. You walk in silence for a little bit. You continue talking.
Garlo has his, after like Lucy says that, puts his hand on Lucy's back. Just I understand the temptation of that deal. I never got a chance to tell any of you. I never signed it, but Kakadak gave me a contract. And I was real close to signing that one too. After one of our scrapes and after not being able to help, I felt very weak, and he promised me strength, and I understand, Lucy. I really do, and I am so sorry that you felt that you had to be in that position, Luce. I am so sorry.
It's comforting to know that I'm not the only one, I guess. He like half-hearted chuckle. Yeah, it's hard. And it was hard then. I don't regret coming back. I don't regret making the deal. I'm Just worried now because I can't say much, but I'm currently mind right now on go forward with my deal.
Have you talked to anyone about it yet? I mean, have you mentioned it to Sim? Sim knows contracts back and forth. She got, and I'm, you don't have to bring this up to her, but before I was indisposed, she never paid me for my bodyguard services. That's how good that contract was, I guess. I mean, I haven't brought up late fees as far as anything, but I'm nodding to him. I probably do, right? I mean, I don't have any money anymore. I don't. It was all in the bag of holding when I. Yeah. So I mean, thanks for this, and I make some like we walk by a flower shop and I make them smell like dog crap just because.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry about that.
So you like see flowers inside a window that have been magically grown in the warmth of it, and you just see them like go from yellow to yellow brown.
Yeah. Just especially if there's just some like New Yorker style like rich guy smelling them.
Oh yeah,
just like a full caricature of a rich person. And yeah,
you see his face literally gag up. And with that, we transition to Sim, Rafe, and Turja, who have walked up the stairs and gotten to their room, I'm assuming, or are they hanging out at the bar at one of the tables? What are they doing?
We're at the Happy Axe Speak, right? Not the WM.
No, you're at the yawning portal.
Oh, okay.
We're at the yawning portal. Probably headed back up to the hostel room.
You guys go in the room.
Thankfully, down to just Lester, right? Right?
Thank goodness you guys came back. I was worried you were gonna ditch me.
Oh, no worries, Lester. Of course we're coming back.
Where's oh, there you are, Turja.
He sort of wince as Lester says that.
Miss, you look a little puffy-eyed. You okay?
No!
Right, I'll leave you be. It's obviously not something you want to talk with me about. Turja, you mind if you want to go get a drink or something?
I sort of give him this gimlet-eyed stare for a second and then say, certainly, let's get a drink. Don't, no.
What?
This is not some overture to something, some kind of deeper relationship. I just need to talk to you.
Right. I don't have any money, and you're buying the drinks.
Yes, I will buy you a drink.
All right. Ho, 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 ho. Down the stairs you go. All right, Sim and Rafe, is there anything you guys are going to talk about?
I don't think so. I think at this point I'm just going to be present and let Sim figure out what needs to happen.
Hey, Rafe.
Mm-hmm.
Two things. I really need a drink.
Okay. So
anything. They brought us stuff before. Just if you don't mind grabbing it. And thing number 2, when you come back, can you braid my hair?
Sure.
Thanks.
In this case, I'm going to leave and let Lester scream at my back, I guess. Go down and get a couple of bottles. Another bottle of Elven Frost wine and probably a bottle of Dwarven Spirits.
Yar. Okay, so you're about 2 floors behind Turja and Lester. You see them break off and head to the bar on the other side. You kind of cautiously go to the other side. You grab those things and you go back up.
Mm-hmm.
Turja and Lester sitting at the bar. So, what's your story? You know mine. Bad person, getting to badder places, get mixed up with terrible, scary wizards who want to basically fry me from the inside out. Then almost die. You guys take me in. Haha. That's my story. What's yours?
You're not kidding, my story.
Perhaps another drink then for you.
No, this is the only drink. You seem to be under the misimpression that we are somehow friends.
You know, I know a few things. One, you're not what you're trying to be. Two, your hands are too soft to be a real danger threat. Well, that's not true at all. You're very dangerous, but you're not roughshod like the other friends are. You're fancy and you know big multi-syllable words. And more importantly, you walk with your back straight up, rigid, as if you got something up your ass. So, what's the story?
The story is none of your business. You're a man who tried to kill me and my friends. The only reason you're still alive is because you were useful to us. The only reason you're still here is because you survived. Now, we were helpful to us when we were over there. For that, I'm willing to let you walk away with your life and some payment. That's it.
Oh, payment.
That's all there is.
No.
You don't want to contemplate the alternative.
No. What I think you don't understand is I owe you a blood debt for the rest of your life. You saved my life. So now, I'm going to stick around until I save yours.
No! I
Yes.
don't want you to stick around.
I'm afraid that's how this works.
How does it work this way?
It's in the rules.
What
He just
rules?
smirks at you, picks up the glass. Can I have another?
I throw up my hands in utter frustration and I just walk off.
She's got this. You just bill it to the room. Hostel room.
I paid for it first. I paid for the drink up front.
Right. I'm getting another. Just put it on the room. Thanks. Yeah.
Oh, God.
He just stands there. All right, back to Garlo and Luciano. You guys are almost to the front doors.
I mean, yeah, we can pick this up later if you'd like.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you telling me about it. How do we want to approach Sim? We should get her a bottle of something, right? Or do you just want to keep going out of that sacramental wine? Or
No,
should
that's
we
too
get
blunt. You got to
Yeah.
get something special.
This one we had. I mean, not something elvish, right? Something just strong.
Yeah, I say we avoid Elvish.
You remember that one drink that we got you, way back? I mean, yeah. I think I was trying to think if we should make a joke, but maybe it's not a time for that. Maybe it's time to
Oh, is it just?
just.
No, it's not.
We could maybe not to her, but maybe Lester.
Yeah. Yes.
Perfect.
On board.
All right, so the hottest spirits we can find, something really like dwarven firewater, plus some of that hot sauce that we talked about with that eyeball thing.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Good. We'll get those. We'll get him a bunch of cups that are all the same, and we'll get him his, and then perfect. That'll cheer her up. Also, we have all these glasses and things we bought. I guess we could play with those. These seem like maybe not the best gifts, just like as we're wearing like a hat, like a jester hat that's just like constantly moving with bells. Like, this might have been the wrong tone.
You guys walk through the front doors with all that on. One of the barmaids stops. Oh, are you here for the show? You're the I don't recall we booking you, but if you're here, the stage.
Not this time.
Oh, you're not here for the show. Oh, well, you had all the props. Anyway.
What?
Oh, you guys are the guys on the 4th floor. Oh, well, best of luck. And off she goes.
Yeah. So I guess do we see?
You see Turja throw up her hands and walk away from Lester at the bar, who's like, and popping up a glass. You look up just in time to see Rafe hit the top floor and.
Can I side bet Garlo? 10 gold that they end up together and like.
Garland, make an insight check on that. Those hands up. Was that methinks doth thus protest too much sort of hands up?
So you can make an insight check. Turja, you can make a performance check if you're trying to hide it.
Hide what? I'm not hiding being infatuated. Turja's not.
So she's infatuated.
Garlo's got a 9. Like, I don't take a sucker's bet. Obviously,
it's like 50-50. It could go either way. You're not entirely sure what's going on.
I don't know if I'm fully on board with that shit, but I mean, it could work. I mean, I see it. I see that where it could go. All right. But she's over there. We have Lester at the bar. What if instead of we all have it, we'll just order that shot for him, and we'll bring Sim out on the balcony, and we'll watch him drink it from upstairs.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I'll I'll go over to the bar. Well, actually, you got to come with because I don't have any money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, gentlemen, good to see yous. Hey,
See ya.
real quick here. Look, I'm a bloke. I need a job. You guys need some help, maybe. What's the pay like?
What?
As you can see, I have not a penny to my name, mate.
Right, I don't want his job. Luciano, you have a much better job. You think you could clue me in on what he pays? I don't want his job, though. If he has no money, I don't want his job.
Who pays what? Somebody gets paid?
You don't hire people to do things for you?
Me hire people? No. Sometimes we were just talking about it. Sim has been known to hire people. I don't know that right now is the time to ask, though.
To ask Sim or to ask anyone?
Probably both, if I'm being honest.
Right, okay.
Mate, I got started at the docks, and I'm here. I mean, it's where everybody starts.
Look,
Yeah.
it's like this, guys. If I want to, make my way in the world, maybe eventually, settle down and impress a lady, I gotta have some coin.
That usually works.
I mean, right now I'm charging drinks to the room, thanks to your
You're
good
what?
graces. Yeah,
Huh?
Turja said I could. She did.
I'm not paying for the room, so.
Exactly. Right? So Turja must be paying for everything. So maybe
Sounds
I should
right.
ask. Well, I don't want to ask Turja for the job. That's kind of part of the point. It's
Ask Rafe. Rafe
Right.
is known for his
right.
ability to provide.
Also, dude, like, he used to shoot skulls out of his hands. That was a scary time.
I saw him do that.
Yeah, it's been weird. Listen, right now, if you keep an eye down here, we're gonna go back up to the room. We need to talk about what happened, but we need someone down here keeping an eye in case anyone comes in.
Sure. Eyes
an eye out.
on. How do I let you know if something happens?
Don't worry, I have a psychic thing.
He does.
I don't know what that means. Sorry.
You don't need to.
We'll be keeping eyes upstairs. Just give us the okay if everything's shipshape. We'll just check in with you.
Everything's okay so far, sir. Yes. All right. I'll just sit here and have a couple drinks.
Yep, and then we'll go to the other side of the bar.
He's not even
and then-
noticing you either, by the way.
Perfect.
He's looking around for trouble. Like an idiot.
As
Good on you.
Yeah.
So we will order just a what do you think? Just some like whiskey, just some strong, something, nothing fancy, just a bottle of dwarven whiskey, and then we'll explain the elaborate shot of absolute terribleness that we want delivered to Terry.
Terry.
Or not Terry, sorry. Terry's our good one.
Yeah.
Lester. Garlo is 100% for his hires. Turja, not so much. So yeah, we'll have the shot sent to Lester.
So
later
what
on.
exactly? So you want me? And the bartender's like, you want me to put? Oh.
Put it in.
Yeah, and on the rim.
Is this?
And Garlo is going to, and if you would, and he's going to lend her the wand of prestidigitation. I want this back, but if you just make it smell like cinnamon, then you won't be any wiser when it hits the lips.
Oh. You play the long game, sir. Hands it back to you.
We're gonna be on the top floor, so I'll let you know.
You just
when
give me a little wave when you're ready.
Will do. And
Starts to put it aside.
Garlo will kick on another psychic die and establish. So he'll get Turge's attention, call up to the room to be like, "Hey, we're heading up. We're all back." Just to let everybody know.
So, you hear the bartender say, I think I've got a new title for it. It's the Ring of Fire. Because it's not about when it goes in, it's about when it comes out.
There.
Beautiful. A true artisan.
So-
and we'll take the bottle, take some shot glasses.
You guys go upstairs, you make it in to Rafe and Sim. As you go in the door, Rafe is doing what now?
Probably pouring Sim another cup of whatever she's drinking.
And partially braided hair.
Yep.
First one went down really fast. Second one, as you're pouring it, it almost gets forgotten immediately.
So you guys come in. There's a glass being handed to her. You see Rafe sit down behind her, begin braiding again.
Oh,
Is it
So,
done?
I just get back.
Everything go well?
Yeah, we and then I guess we could just be in the chat and just be like, yeah, Gherkin is taking care of him. We'll come back by in a few days and just check, make sure everything's good. But he got the note, said everything should be fine, and yeah, I mean, I think we're in the clear. How's everything here? And just look to Sim.
In better shape, admittedly, than when you all left. Again, probably like a forced smile. Not a whole lot of spark there. But also, you are wearing silly hats.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about that. I'm sorry. What is all of that?
Well, a couple things. We found a cool shop, but actually, if you want, I mean, if you're feeling up to it, we have something I think you might enjoy taking a look at.
I mean, okay.
And we'll go out to the banister overlooking.
Where is
It's gonna be good.
Where
I
is
swear.
Turja during all this?
I went
So
up
throw
to
up
the
our hands and
room.
walk-
I'm in the room with everyone else.
Okay. So you guys step. Turja, do you stay in or do you step out on the banister as well?
It's gonna be funny. Garlo just
It'd be
looks
so
at it.
I
good.
stay in.
Good.
You stay in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys step out. You see the bartender's looking up. You guys give the wave. Which is over. You see her walk completely across the bar on the other side. Hey, my good man! A lady has sent you this shot. He's like, oh, really? Yes. Did she have, braided brown hair and lovely soft hands and
That's the one. Drink up. Aha! Oh, cinnamony. What? Oh, world's going white. Oh.
Did you kill the man? What did you put in that drink?
What?
We let the true professionals handle it, but he called it
No
the
hand.
Ring of Fire.
Oh, that poor Lester. And a good little echoey laugh, belly laugh at the poor man's discomfort.
Getting a little sad at this point.
Yeah, I think there's a certain point of like, yeah, that's probably the best of it, and we can check back on him later.
Yeah.
And we'll just go back into the room.
You can hear it from inside. It's like gagging from inside. You close the door and you're still hearing.
Like a chaser or something, probably. Some
Very
salt. Or...
fine.
People are laughing
What's up?
downstairs. It's.
Well, you guys are a hoot. I want to know the shop. I think I need a hat to match. I feel left out.
Shit.
Garlo,
You get another hat? And I'm like digging.
Garlo pulls out. It is essentially a fantasy visor with fake hair coming out of the top.
I feel it.
But it actually like basically pulls in your real hair and then just sends it into like troll doll shape.
Perfect. No hesitation. Braids of all of it. Okay. I feel better. This has brought me much comfort. Thank you.
We can talk for a bit, and we'll just head back to the door.
At the time.
Yeah. It's probably time to talk to y'all about it anyways.
Yeah, we're
Probably.
still very confused.
Yeah, as we go back in and like open the door, I imagine Sim like pops a squat next to Rafe, like either like
Yeah.
on the bed or something.
Floor time.
Garlo is gonna go back over to his bunk, and he is going to grab his totem and give it to Sim.
Aw, that's nice. It gets cozy and looks at everybody. Okay, I'm gonna tell my story, and it might seem really obvious, or maybe not. I feel like I know what you're all gonna say at the end of it, so just bear with me, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. So we all know that I was in the Feywild. I just found out today for 600 us years here. When I was there, I had no concept of time. And when I say no concept, I like thinking about it. It could have been a week. It could have been 600 years. I could not tell you any given day how much time has passed. How I got there, I know because of my brother Harthaid. And Harthaid told me when I was really little, and not that he was much older, he said that our parents gave us away. And when we were being taken out of the portal, or to the Feywild, that's how I lost my arm. I was reaching, apparently, I was too small, but apparently I was reaching out, and the portal closed, and it took my arm. We were then given as a gift to an archfey, Lady of the Silver Light, and that's how I spent most of my time. And I guess it wasn't so much the Feywild, because she wasn't the nice kind of Fey, really. It wasn't super pretty. It was cold and thorny and not great. And for a while there, she didn't really want anything to do with us, except that, like, to show us off every now and again. So it's not like we were treated poorly in the beginning. It's just that we didn't have anywhere to go besides our room. But then as we got older, other people and other creatures or whatever decided that we were fun to mess with. And some of us are far more susceptible to that kind of thing. I lost my name. I lost my voice. This isn't my real voice. This is one that I got, like, tricked into having. I spent some time as a doll, literally as a doll. I can't tell you how long, but I didn't even have control of my own body at one point. And Hearthade always came through. He did a lot to get me out of those deals. And the time came and he made a deal with Puck, who helped us, help me get out. I used to think that I misunderstood, but I just got real selfish about it. I left him behind. Heard hounds, and I left him behind, and I was scared, and I was so tired of being there. And I should have waited. But I didn't. I really don't know a lot about our parents. He didn't really mention the whole queen thing ever. I had no idea, and that's why maybe she's not. I really genuinely don't know. Deidre is my... Well, she would say that, but bird sounds would come out of her mouth because she can't use her own name. It is my real name. But you know, here we are. Lady Silverlight isn't really anyone to mess with. Towards the end there, she was starting to get quite violent with Hearthade in particular. Especially when I couldn't seem to learn lessons about not taking deals, and really the only way I seemed to learn was just... I stopped talking to people after a while. So, anyways, I'm here now, and apparently maybe a princess, and it's just a lot to think that they only looked for 100 years.
Perhaps this is the fact that I'm human speaking, but 100 years seems a fairly long time to me.
It is, but if you could live longer, if you could live how many times over? It's a blip. That could have been an afternoon for me there. And then I'm also really mad at myself because I left Hearthade there, and I don't know how long he feels like it's been. It's only been a year, and I've thought about him every damn day, but I need to go get him.
Of course we'll go get him.
Yeah.
Point of order, the Feywild is very dangerous.
I'm familiar.
So?
Yeah.
Are you prepared to work your way around
Yes.
making deals with Fae? Are you prepared to
Yes.
have magic work in ways that you don't expect it to? Are you prepared to
Already
not
does.
be able to punch anything, Garla?
Rafe, I don't understand where this apprehension is coming from, if I'm being completely honest with you. It doesn't fucking matter.
Just wanted you to be aware that we're going somewhere very unsafe.
And again, to reiterate, it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, it does affect the precautions we'll take.
Nope. Precaution, sure. It doesn't change the fact that we're going.
I really want to go, and I assume you're sitting next to Rafe?
Yeah, I imagine she's like on the ground.
Yeah.
Knees up.
And I'm going to go to the other side and just kind of like lead in side hug and Sim, I'm so sorry that you've been dealing with this. Sim? Sim?
Sim,
Okay.
you all know me as Sim. That's my name for
Okay.
you, or you all for me, however which way it works.
What did the queen call you again? Deirdre?
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
That's the one?
So Cimarine is not your real name.
No, someone else is holding on to my name right now.
Oh, you traded. That's so fun. I just make them up.
I mean, there's a reason I collect them. I learned that you have to keep names around. So you all participated in that, by the way. You all gave me some names, and I do really appreciate that in a pinch.
Feel free to
you're
say
welcome to
Nighthawk if
Luciano.
you like, but if you give anyone my real name, I will have to do something about that.
No. You all gave me, like, it was when we went to go see Rook, remember? And so let's see. I have Petal, and I have Alderaan, and I have Rhaenyra. Those were the ones I was given. So, and I
pretty good
appreciate that.
Do you think, Sim, that her mom, the queen, I don't know how you want to unpack that. That is a lot to wrap your head around. I will be completely honest, but if anyone's got to have some sort of way to get to the Feywild, Queen of the Elf Court seems like they might be the step in the right direction. I'm not saying you have to forgive her. I mean,
Absolutely.
if we talk to her, you can give her a piece of your mind. I mean, we'll storm the fucking keep if we need to, but
We don't need to storm anything.
But we will.
If Cimarine chose to come, I think
Elvin-
before we make accusations, we should get the whole story. Cimarine says that her brother says they were sold to this lady of the Silver Light, but we don't know that. We're assuming.
Fair,
I really
but
don't
I
think
think
starting a fight with elven nobility is the right course, especially right before we go into the Feywild.
Especially when we don't have to. The Queen may won't give us this
saying-
information freely.
that I mean, maybe you've all done great things since I've been away, but unless any of you have means to travel to the Feywild, which, I mean, I only know one way to get to another plane, and I do not recommend it, but, I mean, that seems like our best bet, or maybe this black stuff or something, but if we have a means, he's out there, Sim. I made sure of it.
I guess point of order. Tomorrow we actually need to meet with Blackstaff.
Need to?
why?
Because, well, you are not a resident of Waterdeep, Garlo. This doesn't really affect you. And the same goes for you, Cimarine, but for those of us who are, an order from the Open Lord is law.
I mean,
But the
there's law
suggestion
say.
from the Open Lord is in order.
I mean, it's also a law against killing people in the streets here in Waterdeep. We got away with that one too.
Oops.
No, it's not quite
no,
so loud.
No. The Open Lord said, "Don't do it again."
Doesn't matter. I mean,
Take him inside,
Take it-
Garlo.
regardless, we have our head. I mean, like I said, doesn't matter.
It does kind of matter because the Blackstaff would be somebody who has the means to send us to the Feywild.
It'd be kind of great. I mean, first things first. I mean, Sim, is there anything we should be prepared for? Do we need to? I mean, truth be told, we made it through that last scrap by a bit of the skin of our teeth, so I think probably stocking up, getting things we need outside of this, and Garlo lets the animated chicken, and he just kind of hucks it out the door into the foyer, and then shuts the door, so then it's just like running around in the yawning portal. Just running around, making noise. I probably need things better than these, if I'm being honest. Although that man, would these help?
You might be surprised. You never know what they're going to be into, frankly.
That is-
I concur that we probably should talk to Blackstaff, and I should go talk to the Queen. And we should get some stuff, regardless of how we get there. If I could think about it when I'm not so cry-brained, that'd be great.
I say, need time. Did Blackstaff say tomorrow?
The open lord made a suggestion. I prefer to carry it out as soon as possible.
Well, I suggest that we wait until we're ready to be actionable.
Okay. We can take care of that and buy anything we might need. Sim, take all the time you need to... whenever you're ready to make that decision.
Should she go
Your
alone?
call?
Is it safe?
Your call, Sim.
Go to the Queen?
I mean, we can just be outside if you want. I mean, and then like in the chat, it's like we're never actually far away.
Oh. Yeah, I probably should do it solo, but yeah, having you guys outside at least would be a great moral support, frankly. Would appreciate it.
Of course.
Today kind of sucked.
Been terrible. In all fairness.
But at least we are 2 roommates down now.
Yes. Gorf should be fine as soon as he
Yeah,
comes
we
down.
dropped him off. Where's
And
Sahir?
Sahir should be fine. Probably.
He's with his people, right?
Yes.
We dropped him off at the
People-
temple.
You took him to the temple and you took him inside?
Were we not supposed to?
No. What? I thought we just agreed that he would come back here, that you guys would meet us here with Sahir, and that would be later. You took him there early? That's what we're saying is happening?
I'm sorry if we agreed that I missed it. Why did you need to talk? Did you need to talk to him about something?
Not particularly. I just had things I needed to get done. Did you talk to him? What happened?
I asked him some questions. He answered them. He said to keep an eye on you. You two must have bonded while I was away.
I think
You must have offered him something to drink. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I think we need to go to the temple. Like, preferably sooner rather than later. Like, this second right now. Who did you leave him with?
Why?
So, and this, Lucy is about to have a mental breakdown right now. I think we need to go. I think we should go and check on the temple right now. Guys,
Lucy.
No,
What?
like, we need to move right now. And Lucy is walking out the door. He is gone.
I run after him.
Come on! Come on!
Would this, GM, just housekeeping question. Would this,
You immediately hear that.
Yeah.
It's downstairs. It's echoing.
would this conversation, all this stuff, would you categorize that as a short rest? Or just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Short rest. Luciano, in the back of your skull, you hear it.
Hey, man. You're about to make a very, very big mistake. And
No
it's a
mistake has been
mistake that
made.
has long, eternal consequences. Don't do this, man.
Yeah, we gotta go. Come on. Is there a
I was
coach
following.
outside?
There's a few coaches outside almost all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the nearest one and just shout, "Who can take me to the temple? Agma's temple right now. I need to get there fast, willing to pay double. Who can get me there?
I'm
immediately?
open, sir.
Let's go, everybody in. Come on." And I'm just
Garth Carlos on his heels.
Yeah.
So how many of you are going downstairs? Raising hands.
I'm with Sim.
Okay, so all of you are going downstairs. You see Lester.
Good work, Lester. Nope, hold on to fort.
What stays here?
Yep.
Oh God! Georgia, why would you get that for me?
Lester, not now.
I didn't hear that.
Lucy,
guys
like,
get in the
full
coach?
palm pushes his face out of the way. Get out of my way.
He gets out of the way, and you guys jump in the coach, and you go.
So exactly, how long ago was that you dropped him off? I'm like doing mental math right now. Like, has there been enough time?
A few hours? How long has it been, Reed, roughly?
It's been about 2 to 3 hours. It took you a little while to walk that way, buddy. It's now in the afternoon, evening.
Yeah, it took us a couple hours to walk a couple miles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our cardio
broadsheets
sucks.
are yelling things at the corners as you're going by.
You
There's a
spent
few
more time
people
than you
out there.
realized at the prank shop.
Yeah.
It was a discount bin. We couldn't resist.
I mean,
Fair.
yeah. And then, yeah, you're there. As you start to pull up, there is quite the gathering at the Temple of Agma. The city watch is there. The Order of Magus and Protectors is there. But you see that there is a number of people just standing around outside. People are talking. There's people writing things down. As you try to go in, you're like, "I'm sorry. What are you doing?"
I show my little token that says I work for the temple, and I say, urgent business, let us pass. What's going on here?
Well, the high priest just committed suicide. Right
Like-
here, in front of everybody, jumped off the high balcony.
I look at Luciano, and then I look back at the watch guy. And what else?
Well, that's it. That's what we know so far.
Who's here? Is any of the clergy, the staff, anybody still here?
Yeah, everybody's still here. We're interviewing them all.
Where is that happening?
Right here and inside.
And
Who
where
are
are
you?
the?
Who are you, and why are you so interested?
Oh my God! I'm going to immediately. Yeah, why not? I will not gift of luck. Sorry. Buyer's gift. I need to speak to not the victims, the witnesses right away. I've been sent over here. I need to figure out what the hell has happened. Can you not tell? Are you too dim-witted to realize this is not a suicide? What kind of high priest commits suicide?
Well, the witnesses who watched him decide to jump off the balcony to include his assistant of many, many years.
Exactly. I need to go talk to them right now. As you can see,
Right.
we're with the church. Come on. Where are they at?
So he cast a spell.
I know, but what's
Okay.
that spell do? Because
Buyer's gift. You
Yeah.
have to make a check. Charisma 16. And then on a failed check, or on a successful check, it has a friendly attitude towards me. And I can make a barefaced untruth seem plausible.
yeah, but you
And you
Okay,
have
okay.
advantage, and he has the regular. So you gain advantage on a charisma deception check.
okay. Hold on a sec.
Really good.
Yeah, basically,
Alright.
you have to roll to resist him having advantage.
Make a roll. Make your liar's roll. Your charisma.
My
check.
deception?
Yeah, your deception check.
Perfect. That is a 28.
You have
Come on,
advantage.
come
Not
on.
27. Sad.
Woo, extra.
28 though.
All right. So, are you with the undercover squad then?
Finally, some brilliance. You're doing some real work here. Okay, great.
Great. Why didn't you just say so? Yeah, head on up.
Yeah, why doesn't every undercover person just tell you that they're undercover? That's
Yeah.
okay. Come on.
Okay, yeah. No, that's just you. They're not undercover. She's a worker here.
God.
Who are they?
Competence.
We're important.
I swear to God, are we nitpicking right now?
Fine, all of you go. Go. Hurry up. And you get inside the main hall. You see a bunch of other people being interviewed in the main hall. You see mages doing checks for things. Some things are popping up magic, like they should. Nothing seems to be out of place. And then you get up to the top, at the very office where he has his area, where the main front areas were, where Turja met with the front office before, and then you go to the main room in there, and then back there is his actual office. But from that office, you can see the wide open double doors that overlook the front area of the Temple of Ogma, and you can see what looks to be that front, what would you call it? The person who was on the desk when you were there in the evening.
Ryan.
Ryan's his name. Sure, we'll call it Ryan. Ryan is standing there talking before the Order of Magus and Protectors and the City Watch. Yeah, I was standing here, and he just said he was done. He stood up on the banister, and when I yelled stop, he just leaned back and died. Fell to his death. It's like he wanted it.
Can I approach interview? I'm gonna walk up.
As you walk up, the assistant just looks at you, and the Magus and Protectors look at you. The City Watch looks at you, and they're like, "Who the hell are you?" That's the look that they're giving.
Yeah. You said he fell off. Did he meet with anybody before you came upon him in this state? Was there anybody else in this office at the time or beforehand?
Well, I mean, he met with a number of people for the log.
Where's the log? Can I see this log?
Yeah, sure. It's right at the desk. I just showed the watch. Sure. And he shows you the log. There was, the people he had to meet with to pay the, food fees for the incoming foods. There was the recent stonemason work on the outside stairs to do the repairs. There was the meeting with Sahir. That was for about an hour. There was the meeting with the Acolytes Council. That was for an hour and a half. Then there was the meeting with the... who else was that? That one person. Who was it? Oh, yeah. Somebody from the Temple of Gond. Something about an inner... What do you call it? The...
Interfaith incident?
Incident? No. Interfaith outreach program they were talking about. They were just discussing some things, how can they be supportive of each other. And then the last one was someone offering bird removal services.
I see one of the people here on the list is of the temple. Is Sahir still here? Where has he been gone since his meeting?
I don't know. Probably his office.
He's in office.
Yeah, he has an office.
He has an office.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know he had an office. Can you lead me there? Lucy's very stressed.
Excuse me, but weren't you guys here last night speaking to him?
I've never been here until today. Thank you very much.
Pointing to Turja and Sim.
Yes, and we need to speak.
Oh, excuse me, Turja and Garlo.
Now.
Sorry.
And I think you might need to as well.
What? I don't understand. But two of you were here speaking with him last night, and it was of utmost importance, and it was very private.
That's why I'm talking to them as part of my interview.
And he's with them, and they're with him. That might be
exactly.
important too.
I'm collecting my witnesses, as you can see.
The Order of Magus and Protectors is now eyeballing all of you very, very closely.
Can I motion to Garlo
Two of them
Uh,
are standing there with their robes.
We're linked.
Okay. I don't. We need to find Zahir.
I need you to stop
immediately.
making any sudden movements.
Yeah, this is mental. I'm telling them.
I know, but like your whole movement is like,
I slowly raise my hands and I say, I think Sahir unwittingly had something to do with this, and I think it involved magic, not that he did it of his own free will. For his own sake and everyone else's, you need to find him and guard him as quickly as possible.
Also, not to do your job for you, but if we had anything to fucking do with this, why the hell would we have come back?
Competence,
You could be the
every level.
First murderers who've come back to the crime scene to feign innocence.
We
Yeah,
would,
in
we would be
the
the first to
building?
let morons.
Oh yes, it happens all the time. You'd be surprised. That being said, Sahir is an Order of Magus and Protectors member. Junior member, but a member nonetheless. He's on the council.
Then you'll have to take appropriate precautions when you apprehend him, won't you? He was kidnapped for months.
Right, we know. Someone's interviewing him right now from one of our staff. We have one of our internal affairs people interviewing him specifically.
Right now?
Yes, of
Internal
course.
affairs or infernal affairs?
I'm sorry?
Subtle but important difference.
Right. I'm not sure what you mean, but internal affairs.
In the chat, Lucy, Turja, what's the call? Do we book it? Where do we go?
We need to find him. And for the lack of, for brevity, that's not Sahir. That's what you hear, all of you in your head.
What? What do you mean it's not Sahir? And I say it out loud.
The minute Luciano says that, oh dear, you feel the most gut-wrenching pain, Luciano. Your insides are on fire.
Yeah, it's just a loud, just fuck.
Oh,
Your eyes turn white.
Well, they already are white, but yes.
No, they turn whiter.
Oof.
White hot white.
Yeah, just double over screaming.
You immediately fall down, unconscious, as your soul is ripped from your body. None of the rest of you know what's going on. You just know that
Say, Lucy!
you see blood coming out of every place on him. His nose, his eyes, his ears, his mouth.
On knees, casting Cure Wounds.
It's working. However, Luciano, you are down to 3 hit points.
Oh.
Immediately.
I,
You know what you have to do now to remove. You know what you have to remove, Luciano.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
You hear another explosion somewhere below in the temple.
Yeah. Infernal affairs. Better than internal affairs for this.
What are you talking about? And I need to know right now.
Oh, some
We have an
denizen of the lower
incursion.
Plains is wearing someone's skin.
Lucy, what's going on? Talk to me.
He's unconscious.
Just writhing. Yeah.
I
The
suspect
Cure
the only
Wounds
person
is
who can
not-
really tell you what's going on.
Cure
is-
Wounds is healing his body, but it's not healing his soul. He is unconscious, and he is pretty much going into convulsions right now.
Turja, where's Sahir's office?
I look at the Order of Magus and Protectors because I'm not moving until I get the okay from them that they're not going to shoot me the minute I try it.
We can outrun him. Where is it now?
Hold on a minute. He's in his office. An explosion just blew his office to pieces in the library. 2 of our men are down. Another's hiding. He needs reinforcements right away. We're already sending people. If you go down there, we can't say that we will protect you.
We don't need your protection. I run away. I start to leave him down there.
I expend another psionic power, and I just before Turja starts moving, and I'm faster than Turja, so I just take a beat, and I have my hand on Lucy's heart, and I put my head to his, and I'm just I'm coming back, hang in there, Lucy, and I'm just literally just trying to speak to wherever his soul is.
All you hear is screaming in your own head. Luciano screaming.
Garlo moves, hair aflamed, and sprints. Yeah, he moves faster than Turja, so he catches up and moves.
Okay.
Riff, go after him. They're gonna need the backup.
And I'm gonna try to move Lucy's head to lap.
And I will indeed take off at a slightly slower pace than Garlo and Turja. And I will cast Mage Armor as I am moving.
And with that, the Avengers team makes its way down. Minus Luciano, who's still convulsing upstairs.
Oh,
you
and
see
Sim's
the
with him.
acolyte. Oh, Sim's with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Sim's
watching
with
over
him, and you see the acolyte leaning over. Is he going to be okay? What can I do?
I don't know what's wrong with him.
You see the other order of mages and protectors immediately following after your friends who just went downstairs, the watches as well. You are alone with the acolyte and with Luciano. And Turja, Garlo, and Rafe, you guys get downstairs, walk through the hallways. You see smoke coming from some areas. And within, you then see, amongst the shelves, some very large, elongated horns, literally sticking straight off of something's head, that has to be 10, 12 feet tall. And you hear the... You know, his great-grandfather's gonna be so disappointed in him. Oh well. The other four are in place. I guess I get to see how many souls I take with me. I can smell you. Come out wherever you are. And you hear as shelves started to be pushed over, and they're coming to you. And just as you see the giant creature that shoved it over, it moves behind another set of books, and you guys dodge out of the way just as the pile of books come down from 5 or 6 shelves being knocked down, one right after the other towards you. Oh, here's one. You hear a wet crumple pop. A weak, meek. Oh, his soul is delicious. You hear a body slump to the ground. Now, who's next on the menu? And with that, we'll be back next time on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction.